Thank you. I'm just going to very quickly mention that even though it's disappointing that you haven't done more to boost youth services, I know that Assemblymember Berry's pushed you really hard on that, and it is disappointing that there hasn't been more done on that. But what I want to focus my time on is the funding for Energy for Londoners, your proposed fully licensed energy supply company. Empower are planning a 15% energy price increase from the 16th of March, and Ofgem have said they don't see any case for this hike. Now, there are 348,000 Londoners already in fuel poverty, and this price rise could push even more Londoners over the edge. So are you aware that Bristol Energy is already saving its customers an average £240 a year when they switch from the average of the Big Six standard variable tariffs to the Bristol Energy tariff?
Sure, but ours isn't off the ground yet. We're doing the work required in the lead up to that, and so there's lots of feasibility work taking place to get Energy for Londoners off the ground. So hopefully once we're off the ground, we'll try and make sure that we can learn the best from municipal energy supplies around the country.
Okay. The background statement to your budget says that the Capital Programme Reserve funding may be allocated to a GLA-controlled energy supply company. This is a change from the earlier version of the budget, and it's very promising, so thank you. However, your final draft budget doesn't actually include any details of the dedicated budget, and companies that, like the Bristol City Council company, they invested £1.5 million in the setup costs for their company, which is why we proposed in our budget amendment allocating that sort of sum for setting up costs for your Energy for Londoners. Is this a priority for you? When you've previously said that it is, why isn't there the actual money allocated for the setup costs in this budget?
Well, look, I mean, we're doing the work in relation to getting Energy for Londoners off the ground. In the meantime, we're dealing with fuel poverty by helping those to scrap their old boilers and get new boilers in. You'll be aware, not 1 million, but 4.5 million spent on the boiler scrappage scheme. And so fuel poverty is a big issue. Assemblymember Cooper raises every mayor's question time, I think, and we're taking steps to address that. We're doing the work to make sure we get Energy for Londoners off the ground. Shirley Rodriguez, the Deputy Mayor for Energy and Environment, is working on one environment strategy, bringing together six different policy areas into one. But obviously I'm always keen for some of those with expertise to feel free to meet my Deputy Mayors to raise any issues or lobbies as and when they see fit.
You're saying at the moment then all the options, because you're currently studying different options for an energy supply company, are you saying that all the options are still open?
We need to speak to Deputy Mayor Rodriguez about this, but we're currently doing the feasibility work required to get Energy for Londoners off the ground. In the meantime, we're not sitting on our laurels. We've got a broader scrappage scheme to address the issue of fuel poverty in the short term. So
in the June MQ meeting, we talked about your plans, and I asked you if it was going to be a fully licensed energy supply company, and you said that's the idea. So are you still committed to it being a fully licensed energy supply company?
That's the idea.
Marvellous. Okay, well, it'd be very good if you could stick to that idea, because that way you're going to get many, many more benefits for Londoners. You're going to be able to set your own tariffs, invest in renewable energy, and you'll also grow and keep energy expertise in London rather than off in other places around the country. Thank you.
Assemblymember Baker, I beg your pardon, Assemblymember Bacon.